Okay, so this is video number 4. Gikat ko lang siya kanina because I have to figure out saan ba nagkamali. So nagkamali ako sa dito sa part na to. So times 10 siya dapat. So you put times or parenthesis sa 10 na yan, and bearing in mind that ito gi-multiply sa exponent ng e. No, hindi yan sa baba. So yun, pag-click ko ng mode, then dito hanggang step 4, lalabas na actually yung same table dito. You will see here, 34.11, 8.17, 12.6, so same lang talaga, 16, and then 20 negative 8.4. Now, ma'am, how do we figure out saan yung range kung saan matatagpuan yung root based on the table? Now, okay, so para matukoy natin, take a look at this one. So, di ba lahat to positive, then biglang naging negative. So, yung first case na makikita mong ganyan, this one, kung saan positive naging negative, bigla, or let's say negative naging positive, basta nagkaroon ng change in sign, somewhere here, matatagpuan yung root natin. So, it's between 12 and 16. Now, kung titingnan natin yung graph, okay, so diba between 12 and 16 siya. So tama. Now, let's make use of our scientific calculator again para ma-lessen yung range na yan, para let's say ma-identify na natin kung saan ba siya banda yung XR natin. So again, punta kayo sa mode, press AC lang para continue yung calculation, no? Press AC. Then, mag-appear dyan ulit yung f of x ninyo. Hindi na-delete yung mga sinulat nyo dyan. Then, ngayon, tatanungin kayo ulit ng start. So, mag-start tayo ng 12. Okay, start tayo ng 12. Then, mag-end tayo ng 16. End tayo ng 16. So, I hope you're following. Then, ano yung step? So, I think, lagay na lang natin na step is 1. No? Step 1. Then, may lalabas na table. So, okay, yung table natin may 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yan yung sa x. Then, f of x naman, ang isulat ko lang is kung saan nagkaroon ng change in sign. So, in between 14, so 1.5, ito naging 0.4 na negative. So, therefore, we can conclude na ito na naman yung bagong range natin. It's between 14 and 15. So, kung titingnan natin sa solusyon natin kanina, di ba tama? It's between 14 and 15. Okay? So, narrow down na natin yung range. Now, kung gusto mo pa na mas ma-refine yung root na makukuha mo na value, so you use na naman your calculator. So, press AC ulit. Then, let's start with 14. Then, end at 16. Okay, end at 16. Then, ngayon, ang step natin, let's say, 0.5. 0.5. Okay. Then, okay, lalabas yung mga values. So, I will just note here kung saan nag-change. So, may lumabas na between 14.5 and 15. Positive, and then, naging negative siya. Okay. So, nandito na yung range natin. So, which is consistent doon sa na-estimate natin dito kasi yung sabi natin 14.8, di ba? So, in between 14.5 and 15. So, you can do the process repeatedly until ma-refine na siya to the approximate root. Okay? So, you repeatedly do the steps. Na warning lang sa paggamit ng mode table sa calculator, huwag kayong mag-input ng napakaraming values, or huwag niyong instructan yung calcu na magbigay ng values for so many numbers, no? Like may sa ibang section may naglagay, for example, x equals to 0, start niya 0, then nag-end siya sa 20. Then ang step kay 0.5. Now, ang lalabas dyan is hindi kaya ng memory ng calculator. So, let's try man. Start is 0, end is 20, and then 0.5. Okay. Okay na yan, yeah. Yung 0.5. So, let's say liitan natin. Start is 0. End is 20.005. Okay. So, if napakaliit, like 0.005, it will display insufficient memory. So, hindi niya kayang i-display yung ganun kadami na values. Insufficient memory. So, make sure lang na kaya ng calculator yung ini-input nyo sa kanya. Okay, so one of your activity mamaya is to use your Excel in graphing the function. Okay, so you have to recall your knowledge about that. Or if not, wala kayong knowledge doon, so you can search in the internet how to graph functions using Excel. So it's part of your activity. So I will cut this video.